my first time singing, so take it easy on me. Yeah, it's my first time. It's my first time in front. I sing in the shower.
And we have a couple of guest musicians joining us here. We got Paul Camille from the John Stevens Band and Gary McNeilis on the drums. And their drummer for EFO is going to be singing.
Zosia kuchnie zamkniętała ima, że ja zawołała. Zosia kuchnie zamkniętała ima, że ja zawołała. Zosia kuchnie zamkniętała ima, że ja zawołała. Mamcia na mnie zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia na mnie zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia na mnie zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia lampę zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia lampę zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia lampę zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Zosia kuchnie zamiatała ima, że ja zobaczyła. Mamcia lampę zaświeciła ima, że ja zobaczyła. Zosia kuchnie zamiatała ima, że ja zawołała. Let's hear for Paul and Gary. Hey! Oh yeah!
That's Paul and Gary. Hey, let's play one more, right? Get time?
Yes,
one more
shut
time.
us.
Paul and Gary.
Not Zosia, though. Now we'll play another one.
I want to say hi to Bob Saharsky. Thanks for dropping back in and sticking with us here at the shrine. Tom Bonovich out there in Ohio, thank you for coming back and joining us here online and live from the shrine in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And the guys are figuring out a song that they'll be playing. And we got two of the musicians from the John Stevens Band.
All right, here we go.
Earlier.
New
Gary
brass version
McNeilis
of Roll Out the
on the
Barrel.
drums and Paul Camille on the trumpet.
Okay, Bob. Here we go.
All right.
All right, we're going to send this one out to Dan and Helen back from IPA out there in Western PA.
Yeah.
How was it? Was it good? They wanted a beer tour. They didn't go to the International Folk Association. Wanted a beer tour. They drank nothing but IPA for 6 days, and they're drying out. They got to go to an AA meeting right after this.
Oh, God.
All right, here's Roll Out the Barrel.
The Forman Orchestra with 2 guest musicians. Paul Kimmel from the John Stevens Polka Band, along with Gary McNeil from the John Stevens Band. Gary was playing the drums and Paul was on the extra trumpet. And nice full sound there on that Roll Out the Barrel. And a shout out to Joe Michelak. Thank you so much for joining us a couple times here this weekend. Me and my son filming some of the bands here at the Shrine of Our Lady of Czestochowa. This is the 56th
We're going to feature our bass player, Greg Blackburn, on a song right now. He's going to sing Ever Long Arms. We're going to send out this message to the Rapco over here for Jim
regular
and
audience,
Lisa.
Joe.
Rapco.
Thank you for dialing in and joining us on more than one occasion.
Just Jim and Lisa, there's only one Rapco there, right? Only one Rapco. Colleagues of our friend Frank over here.
Well, say hi to Joe Michelek, son.
Hello there, Joe. How are you? Good to see you on. Thanks for checking out the live videos.
Well, this has been a lot of fun this weekend. In more ways than one. Made a lot of new friends, both here while at the shrine, and made some new friends on Facebook as well.
Here we go. Ever Loving Arms.
It's pretty cool. And a lot of fantastic polka music all weekend. Dancehall Detour, who started us off on Saturday at noon. Crusade, the last crusade.
For it right there, we're titled My Ever Loving Arms.
All right, here you go, polka time. Once again, we're going to feature Frankie on the Pizzicato polka. Pizzicato. We're going to send it out once again to the two members of the Frank Kolodziejski fan club with us here this afternoon, Jim and Lisa.
Donna Duncan, thank you for joining us this evening here at the Shrine in Our Lady of Czestochowa in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Got the music here of Eddie Forman Orchestra. He came in at a good time. This is a good number by the band called the Pizzicato Polka. And whatever sections of the video that you may have missed, anybody who's on now watching with us, when the video is finished up, go back and watch it from the start. Oh yeah, baby.
Obetic time, here's one entitled The Old Time Obetic.
Obedechka, Obedechka. And we want to shout out to someone who's watching us from Texas right now.
Don't forget, you get one more weekend.
I want to say hi to Jane Lapp. Jane, thank you for joining us here. We're at the Shrine of Our Lady of Czestochowa. This is their 56th annual Polish American Festival.
Here we go.
First time I went to one was when I was 16. That was 52 years ago. And we got the Eddie Forman Orchestra up here, and they are rocking the house. The crowd is light, but it's late. But thank you for stepping into the Facebook Live here and joining us.
Here's Bob singing a song entitled The Crying Eyes Waltz.
Well, John Pritko, I'm happy to hear that you and your family all arrived home safely back in Connecticut. It was good seeing you over the course of this weekend here at the Shrine in Czestochowa. Glad you made it home all in one piece. And again, thank you for also being a frequent visitor online. And I would imagine the rain was pretty rough. We're looking forward to all of that tomorrow when we leave in the morning. We're supposed to be getting roughly throughout Pennsylvania and our area in upstate New York, we may see at least 3 inches of rain the whole time while we're driving. So it's going to be interesting. But now that's for tomorrow.
That's an old Polish waltz by Mary Bob in this show right now. Crying Eyes Waltz.
Oh, yeah.
Is it warm up there? A little bit.
You can tell things are winding down here for the most part. The vendors are packing up and getting out of here, I guess, while the going's good. It still has not really come down at all very hard. It looks like it's raining a little bit, but it doesn't appear to be coming down intensely. So that'll be nice. Again, tomorrow's another day. We'll see what that brings us.
Alright, we're going to play a medley of some songs right now that were popular back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and one from the 1970s. We get a lot of requests for these songs as we play the outdoor picnic season across the Northeast over here, so we call it our Polish picnic summertime favorite, Polka Medley. See if you recognize some of the songs that are included. I'm sure you will. Polish picnic summertime favorite, Polka Medley.
I'm looking for a place to go, so I can be all alone from thoughts and memories and Bob Frederick, so that when the music plays I don't go back to the days when love was you and me.
Sing along.
Oh, that I love you so. Oh, you'll ever know. Oh, I'm gonna get so instead of sad. Love you with all my heart. Return to me and always be my melody of love. Wish I had a place to hide all my sorrows, all my pride. I just can't get along, 'cause the love was so fine, stuttering all night. Where did I go wrong?
Here we go.
He said I love you so. And always be my melody of love. Always sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I wasn't mistaken, so I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Here's a crowd favorite. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. And when we're gone from here, all our friends will be drinking all our beer.
What's next?
In heaven there is no wine.
No wine.
That's why we drink moonshine. And when we're out tonight, up karaoke and make some money.
All right, let's sing a lot out.
Da 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 da. got something that nobody else has got. Because he's a friend of my life. You love to call me old Santa Claus. I'm telling you, baby, I'm doing you just because. Her arms and legs are like an apple tree. Here we go. Apple peaches, pumpkin pie, not ready to holler high, let's all play hide and seek. Apple peaches, pumpkin pie, not ready to holler high, let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, and a method. Thank you. All right, here's a song that was recorded by Johnny Buddha. It was a winner for him, for sure. It's titled Valentina. He'll be here next weekend. Playing for a couple of days, I think.
Yep. 12 days. Okay, so it sounds like we got a song coming up that was made popular by John Gura and Gurale.
Żeby zaśpiewała pani Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here's a song I'd like to do for my lovely wife, Carol, my polka-loving lady. From our latest recording. And Cindy, and Paula, and Nikki. All polka-loving ladies. And of course, Lynn Kaminsky. Especially Lynn.
Jeff Tufel, who was here earlier playing John Stevens' polka band. He was one of the two trumpet players that was featured. The other gentleman was Paul Kimmel. And guess what, Jeff? If you go back and watch the beginning of this portion, this video portion, Paul is filling in on trumpet, and Gary Lewis is on drums, while Johnny Diplik, the regular drummer, was doing vocals. Pretty cool. Just rewind it back and catch it at the beginning.
My boy, mighty north winds blow. Find some oars to keep me warm at night. Those damn mornings can really turn a head or two, but somehow things just never felt quite right. So I seen the line the ocean, and I never had to see it. From me a word I felt the Timbuktu. Should have got some wine and greenery and another one in town. Oh, but girl, I'm coming home to you. To be my own and love and slave. A little dance of dance, everybody. To keep my own and love and slave. And someday I know I'm gonna make her mine.
My poor beloved lady. According to the schedule, we are going to be back in 15 minutes. So get something more to eat, something to drink, and we'll be back at 7:30.
Okay.
Hang in there with us.
Going to take a little short pause for the cards. And like I was saying, Jeff, if you go back to the beginning of this one, when you get a chance, you'll see Paul Timol and Gary McNeilis jumping in with Eddie Forman. And it was a really nice two-song thing that they did jamming. So on that note, folks, Jerry Jr. is going to come back and help finish the last set with Eddie Forman, probably about a half an hour. But right now it's a 15-minute break. So stick with us and come on back in about 15. Look for Jerry Solowater Jr. to be on Facebook Live. Bye-bye.